So you want to play poker?
She should be folding any second now.
What?
She puts in 6 bets with Jack high.
This is an absolute punt. Let's count the hang time.
Alright, I'm all in.
This is great news. Welcome aboard. Follow these steps and you'll be dominating your local card room in no time.
Use an internet search engine to find your desired location. This step is critical because to play poker, you need to be in a poker room. It may seem scary, but take a deep breath. You got this. You'll need these to place and call bets with. You'll be spending a lot of time with these people. It's good to get to know them and them you. What's up, guys? I'm Jason. When you're dealt pocket 10s on the button, facing a raise and a call, 3-bet to $55. This is a good hand. Put more money in the middle. When both players call and the flop comes King, Queen, 5, Rainbow, refrain from confronting the dealer, as this can give away valuable information to your opponents. After your opponents check to you, calmly check back. Your once strong hand has been downgraded by a nefarious dealer. When the turn is the Jack of Hearts and first to act bets $75 and the other player folds, call. You have 4 cards in a row, any ace or 9 should give you the winner. Maybe even a 10 will give you what you need. When the river comes an offsuit 9 and your opponent bets $75 again, take a second, collect your chips, and go all in for $117. When he calls, show your hand and collect your chips. Mentally apologize to the dealer. She had your back this entire time. You just didn't know it. When you're dealt pocket aces on the button, refrain from standing up and fist pumping. You don't want your opponents to know you have the best starting hand in Texas Hold'em. When there's 2 limps to you, raise to $20. These players certainly aren't limping to fold, so charge them to see a flop. When one player calls and the flop comes 7, 6, deuce with 2 spades, bet $20 after check 2. You can get value from top pair holdings along with the flush draw present on the flop. When your opponent makes a call and the turn is the 7 of hearts and he checks to you, check back. Many of the hands he would call a flop bet with contain a 7. You now lose to those hands. When the river is the 6 of clubs and your opponent bets $55, call. He could be value betting with a worse hand or bluffing. When he turns over ace 7 offsuit, return your hand into the muck. Then, open up PokerOddsCalculator.com to remind yourself you are the least lucky poker player of all time. When the $5 straddles on and you peel King 6 of spades on the button, open to $18. When the small blind snap 3-bets you to $50, think for a bit. You know GTO Wizard loves using this hand as a pre-flop bluff. King 6 suited is not an intrinsically valuable hand, but it does block your opponent from having hands like Ace King, King Queen suited, and Pocket Kings. You've seen this player splash around and believe he's capable of 3-betting light. Put on your big boy pants, take a calculated risk, and 4-bet up to $135. When he jams for $500 effective, snap fold. After your opponent shows you Pocket Kings, immediately cancel your GTO Wizard subscription and send customer support an email describing the hand. When your name finally gets called for the 1-3 game, collect your chips and head over to your new table. When you're immediately greeted by 6-9 of diamonds in middle position, open to $15. If you're going to open the 6-9 suited, make sure to do so only when the card orientation reads 6-9 and not 9-6. Otherwise, you'll just be punting with little humor equity to fall back on. When the big blind makes the call and the flop comes ace, queen, 10 with 2 diamonds, bet $20 when checked to. You have a flush draw, along with many hands in your range that would want to bet for value on this board, including but not limited to ace queen, pocket aces, pocket tens, ace 10, and ace king. When the big blind makes the call, the turn comes another 10 and he checks to you. Bet $65. Put pressure on his queen X holdings. When he calls, immediately start praying for a diamond on the river. When it comes in the form of the 8 of diamonds, stay composed. There's still one street of betting, and you don't want to mess up your sizing on the river because that's where most of the money is made in Texas Hold'em. Bet $200, charging strong ace X and 10X holdings. When he snap calls you and turns over 4-3 of diamonds, flip your hand over, collect your chips, and celebrate in your head. Don't forget to tip the dealer. You wouldn't be here without him. When it's time for a double board bomb pot, put $15 in the middle along with the rest of your table mates. When the flops come this and you peel pocket deuces, celebrate in your head. You flopped a full house. You deserve it. Bet $50. When somebody calls and action gets to the button who raises to 300, go all in for $700 effective. When the flat collar folds and the button snap calls you and flips over ace deuce, realize you flopped a full house and are drawing dead on the board you thought you had locked up. Recognize the gravity of the situation. You're being free rolled in a $1,600 pot. Any ace or double board pair will level your once impressive stack to dust. When the top board pairs on the turn, enjoy as your poker career flashes before your eyes. When the river bricks off, thank the poker gods for not fucking you harder than they did on the flop. Breathe a sigh of relief and move on to the next hand. But not before you pick up your camera and give a shot to the guy who nearly sent you to bankruptcy. When there's 6 limps to you in the big blind and you peel ace king, raise to $40. By using this comically large sizing, you ensure you'll either go heads up to a flop or take down the money right now. When the first limper folds and the well-seasoned tilted old man jams for $110, snap call once action gets back on you. Lose hope in the great ace king after the flop and turn come this. But like a roller coaster operator who's already pressed the big red start button, ace king never lets you down. Spike the king on the river. Expose your hand and laugh in your head as the old man turns over pocket deuces and acts as though he's just been boat over boated on the main event final table. When the $5 straddles on and you're dealt pocket queens in middle position, raise to $25. These players are calling any and every bet pre-flop, so go big with your premium holdings. When you still get 4 callers and the flop comes 7-6 deuce with 2 hearts, check when action gets to you. When the player to your left bets $50 and the other players fold, go all in for his $134 stack. He can have a straight or flush draw, or even be value betting with a worse hand like top pair or pocket nines. When he snap calls, ask, do you have a set? When he says yes and flips over pocket deuces, throw up in your mouth, you never hit sets. This isn't fair. When the pocket deuces hold, give the man his money, tap the table, and say nice hand. You may not mean it, but it's common courtesy at the poker table. When you're dealt king queen of hearts, open to $15. After getting 2 callers and a flop of jack, 9, 6 with 2 diamonds, check. When the player to your left bets $16 and the other player folds, call. You have 2 overs and a gut shot straight draw. After drilling the offsuit 10 on the turn, check. You don't want to scare him off and reveal the strength of your hand right now. After your opponent bets $16 again, check raise to $50, setting up a comfortable pot-sized jam on the river. When he calls and the river's another jack, take a moment. Pretend like you're contemplating a bluff, then gently say all in and place one $100 chip in the middle. After he snap calls, show your hand. When he turns over queen jack, anticipate his stack being pushed towards you by the dealer. After the dealer only gives you $100 of his stack, ask, what's going on? I said all in. When your opponent and the dealer both say they didn't hear all in, think, how's that possible? I'm sitting right next to you guys. When your opponent says, I wouldn't have called an all in, try not to roll your eyes, even though you know this guy has never folded trips in his entire life. When players sitting further away say they heard you say all in, and the dealer asks if you want to call the floor, say no. It's completely fine, but in your head, you're tilted because you deserve that last $65. When the $5 straddle's on and you're dealt 10-6 of diamonds in the cutoff, open to $20. When you get 3 callers and the flop comes king 9-6 with 2 diamonds, bet $30 after action checks to you. You're going to have many strong hands on this board, including ace king, pocket kings, and king queen. You just have 10 high in a combo draw, but remember, your opponents don't know that. When only the straddler makes the call, start praying for a diamond. You're going to need one. When the turn comes the 9 of diamonds, giving you the 10 high flush along with a straight flush draw, bet $100 after the straddler checks. When she calls and the river comes the queen of spades, go all in for $375. Look uncomfortable because you didn't know you had that much behind. When you fade the snap call, start rooting for a call. You want her action. While your opponent is in the tank, kick yourself for betting so big. You likely messed this up, and now she's gonna hero fold ace king or a 9. What's that? She made the call with king queen? You're raking in a massive pot? Very nice. Well played. When there's a low jack open to 15 and you peel king 6 of hearts in the cutoff, make the call. When the guy in the big blind, who's been constantly min-clicking people pre-flop, raises to 30, try not to roll your eyes. Don't let him know that what he's doing is incredibly annoying and putting you on tilt. After the low jack makes the call, resist the urge to 4-bet with king 6. You learned your lesson last time. Put a fake smile on your face, put the extra $15 in, and go to a flop. When it comes 3, 4, 7 with 1 heart, and the big blind bets $55, get ready to fold. When the low jack makes the call, however, you're now priced in with your over backdoor flush draw and gut shot. Make the call and evaluate a turn. When it comes an offsuit 8 and action checks to you, bet $100. Neither of these players are likely very strong. You can take down the pot right now. When both players call, get a sinking feeling in your stomach. You shouldn't even be in this hand. Ask yourself, what happened? What's going on? How did I get here? When the ace of clubs rolls off on the river and both your opponents quickly check to you, grab $300 and put it over the line. You're bluffing your balls off. When both players snap fold, remind yourself, you are the best player in the Northeast. Nobody even comes close. When the min clicker sarcastically and condescendingly says nice river, show the bluff. Prove to him you've owned his soul, and he could have had $800 had he called with his pair of 7s. After 6 hours of play, you're ready to head out. Take your chips to the cashier and exchange them for cold, hard cash.
Now that you know how to play poker, like and subscribe for more content. Also, send this video to your fish friends so they can start to win at the poker table as well.